Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, StrangeNet here. So we're going to be taking a look at how much ISK I've made over the last 7 days in regards to numerous activities, all showcased here. And that is because I have been away for the last week, and I quite enjoy doing these videos. It's basically just a good time to go through and hash out how much ISK roughly I've made from, so say, all the activities. Now this is going to be hypothetical as such because I haven't actually sold the items yet, so take it with a pinch of salt. This will give you a rough idea of how much, so say, ISK I have made. Now it is a little less than I was expecting. I was on the journey home yesterday and I was thinking about this video and the auto integrity preservation seals, and I was under the impression that I was building these and not researching them. So obviously there are numerous ones here that are just researching only, so that takes the figure down quite considerably, but it's still quite a sizable figure nevertheless. So first of all, I need to get into perimeter. I need to move the items that I have been researching. As I said, the preservation seals, these need to be moved to the manufacturing station that I use in perimeter. Let's get docked, research, there we go. So again, this is all done AFK, obviously, because I've not been here, so I've had no input in regards to Eve at all for the last week. But obviously it was all set up before I went, and a lot of that was showcased in the last video that I did, I believe. I will probably link it in the description for anybody that's interested. So one of the wonderful things about being away for a week and obviously setting jobs to complete in that week is when you come back you have a whole list of delivereds, and that is something that makes me very happy. So first of all, let's get the auto integrities delivered. And these were all researching, so no manufacturing, unfortunately. The reason I want to get these delivered is because I want to get these manufacturing now ASAP, so they're not just sat doing nothing. So the autos, I think there were 24 of them, I may be wrong, 30 of them, okay, somewhat wrong. So we'll get these moved and set up in the production center in perimeter, and the reason I use perimeter, it's slightly cheaper in build cost, but the main difference here is the production speed. The perimeter TTT station has fantastic building speed, and with these I want to knock out pretty much as many as I can as quickly as I can. Now obviously these won't be taken into the current calculation of how much I made for the last week, but obviously I want to get these done ASAP. And that brings me into my first snag. This is the fantastic thing about industry. You never have what you want when you need it where you want it. And that is, I am run out of reinforced carbon fibre, so I'm going to have to buy some of that, or again, I have built quite a lot of it, so I'm probably just going to go pick it up. But that, as they say, is a video for another time. So one of the biggest things I'm currently doing at the moment are the reinforced carbon fibres. I currently have 14 of them in reactions. So 28,000 units times 14 will give me 347,000 units at roughly 7,500 ISK per unit profit, and that gives me 2.6 billion ISK straight off the bat. So let's plus that, so 2.6 billion from the reactions there. Now obviously I have to get these out of Tama. It's not usually an issue, but I'm not going to be doing it on a Saturday night or evening because that is probably when it's going to be busiest, and there is obviously a higher chance of failure if I'm doing it on silly times like that. So I'll probably do it on sometime at the start of next week when it's going to be quieter. So moving on from the reinforced carbons, we have the carbon fibres which make up the reinforced. Now all these units will be going into reinforced in the end, but I thought it'd be a bit of fun just to hash out to see how much ISK I have made on obviously doing these reactions without actually turning them into a more advanced reaction. So I've just gone through and counted them. I have 24 of the carbon fibres currently in production. 12 times 24, so I'll have 662,000 at roughly 1,700 ISK per unit profit, which gives me 1.1 billion ISK. Add that to the total, gives us 3.7 billion ISK so far. So So I've just gone through and counted the thermo settings. I have 11 of them times 26,200 gives me 288,000 units at roughly 2,500 ISK per unit in profit. Gives me 720 million ISK, bringing us to 4.4 billion ISK so far. So in regards to production, I've got obviously the missiles here. We've got 2.5 million missiles produced, and I'm making roughly 150 ISK per missile. That is giving me 375 million ISK. Add that to the total. We also have the coprocessor, made 1,000 of these, roughly 200k per unit. That gives me 200 million. And then it is on to the... Let's have a look. It is on to the inventions here now. We can see here that I am doing jump freighter BPCs at the moment. I have quite a lot of freighter BPCs lying around, so it's a good way of using some of them up. I have a varying degree of success, 27.1 here. That varies, I think. Some of them are slightly less, or slightly more. That's 28. How's that 28? I've got skills at 4 and 4 and 5. And according to this, I have skills 28.9. 28.9, so that's bizarre. I thought these would give me slightly extra in regards to this. 28.9. Okay, going nuts, but either way, same percentage wise. So let's go through these and first of all just see roughly how much it's going to oh dear, varying degrees of success, but either way, let's get on with it. So all in all, I'm not going to go into the rundown of how we get to the costs of this. I'm sure I've done it in previous videos, and I might do it in another video if there is anybody wanting to know, or there's enough people. But basically it cost me about 20 to 25 million ISK per invention. So let's go and have a look for the Providence. Got a lot of Providences here, so let's get these delivered and have a look to see how many failed and how many we actually made some ISK on. So each one will sell for, what is it, give or take? Nope, not quite the right one. Mine's only a one run, so 110 million ISK. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 failed. So let's just do that. 22 times, let's do that properly, 22 million ISK times 10. So it's cost so far 220 million, and we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 6 successes at 110 million ISK is 660 million ISK. 660, easy calculation, so 440 million ISK, assuming I can sell them. So it's 440 million ISK. Let's get that added to the grand total. So same again, we've got the obelisks. This one will be relatively straightforward. Well, that's more than I expected. So I think these are roughly in the same ballpark. No, that's a 3 run. 3 run, yeah, so is 10 runs. Efficiency 0, interesting. So can't really calculate that 100%, but we'll do it, assume I'm the same as the nomads, or the nomads. So it cost me again, the last calculation was slightly off because again it did cost me the 220 million ISK. Then obviously the 6 that I produced, I didn't take the cost of them. So 6 times 22 is 132 million ISK less. So minus 132 million ISK less, and that is because I didn't include some of the cost of actually the invention itself. So what was it? We've got 3 that we went at, so 22 million ISK per invention times 3, and we got 2 successors at 220 million. So 154 million ISK to be added. That's 154 million. There we go. So just shy of 5 billion at the moment, and time to do. Sorry, it was the provenances before, not the nomads. We're about to move on to the nomads now. So let's do it again. And we have 10 here to be done. Deliver selected. This is a bit more grim. Wow, we got 1 in 10. So again, swings and roundabouts. So 10 times 22 million equals 220, and oops, and I only got 1 at 110, so minus 110 million ISK. So we actually lost 110 million ISK. Minus 110, 111, whatever. And that, oops, we've still got the Charians. Let's get these done. 2 successors, so what, 75 million. I need the calculator, I'm tired. So it's 75 mil. It costs 2 invent, and we got 2 back. So 145 million ISK in the plus, 145 mil. So again, still bouncing off that 5 billion mark. We've done the carbon fibers. We have 1 left to do, and that is the oxy organics here. So give me a moment, let me see how much these are worth. So we've got for the oxys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 500, 2,500. And at the moment I'm going to be slightly on the lenient side here, because these have spiked 56% of late. I'm not quite sure how it's working that out, because it looks about the mark. So we'll go for 20k per, we'll go for 15k, that seems more reasonable. So wow, so 37 million ISK I've made with the oxys at the moment. So I'm not even going to add that to the final tally. So oh no, 30, okay fine, 37. Oh, I couldn't quite budge over the 5 billion ISK mark, but so yeah, just shy of 5 billion ISK. Obviously that's not including taxes to come off there, so potentially what, 5.56. now obviously there's an event going on, but to give us some idea, and again not 100% accurate, but gives you a rough idea. So 4.7 billion ISK from doing potentially manufacturing, researching and other bits and bobs. So for a week away where I haven't had any access to the game, that's not a bad scoop, to be honest. I thought it was going to be higher. I expected it to be just shy of 10 billion ISK, but as I said, I wasn't actually making the the auto integrity preservation seals, so that kind of scuppered that in the end. But again, still happy at that. Obviously I've got to move stuff and I've got to get it sold, but all in all, just shy of 5 billion ISK from manufacturing, where I hear many people say that there is no ISK to be made. So again, ignore the naysayers and just get on with it and keep producing, keep manufacturing, and keep making profits. And I'll speak to you again soon. I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't subscribed and you made it this far, then please do. It is much appreciated. I'm going to be doing a bit of a drive to get some videos out. I've been a bit lax of lately, so my apologies, and fly safe, and I'll talk to you soon. And thanks for watching.